Hello, it's Rob here and welcome to the second in my series on building the Tamiya VW Beetle Rally car on the MF-01X chassis. In this episode I'll be concentrating on parts bag B, which is steps 12 to 18. And step 12 is making up the rear differential. And this is exactly the same as the front differential, so as you can see here I've already done it. The parts you need will be BA8 3 off 2 by 8mm screws, BA10 2 off of 9mm stainless washers, BA18 the star shaft, BA19 the large bevel gear, and BA20 the small bevel gears. And like I say, I've already done that, so we can then turn the page and get on to step 13. Steps 13, 14 and 15 completes the assembly of the front differential and chassis, shall we say. So for this, for step 13, we are going to need 5 of the BA13 1150 bearings, 1 off of BA14 5x40mm shaft, 1 off of BB2 which is 5x30mm shaft, and then plastic parts G1 and GB3, and also F7, and the right side of the differential housing and chassis with the servo already mounted. And then for step 14 we're going to need 2 BA6 3x10mm, 1 BA13 1150 bearing, and another F7, and then also the battery holder placement C17. And then for step 15 we just need 3 times BA6 3x10mm screws, and then the left side of the diff housing, which I've already gone round with the anti-wear grease to seal all of that in. And then we need the differential, and all those 3 gears I've already greased up. And then again we need the right side of the diff. So I think I'll just get started. And I think I will do G1 first, which is probably going to turn out to be wrong, but hey. And we simply pop the bearing in each end, and the longer shaft, and then we pop that. Whoops, these bearings aren't that tight to fit, so I think I'll pop the shaft in its housing here first to make it a bit easier, like that. Oh dear, don't you just love these kids? Get off. It's a tighter fit on the shaft than it is the gear. Do it that way then. There we go. And then gently place it down. There we go. Hooray! And now the idle gear. Before we come to this part F7, which I have already cut the excess off, and we just pop the bearing end, which in this case is a really tight fit, and then I can't tell from the diagram, but I think it goes in that way. And again, that's a tight fit. And then we can come on to this side of the chassis, line it up. And now comes the slightly tricky bit, because we've got to join these two sides together, but you've got to try and make sure this steering arm goes through that hole there, like that, and then this slot goes over the servo mount, and then you need to line it all up together and hopefully try and get the gears shafts in. Oh, and he's done it. And I'm assuming these will be this side will be closed together more once we get on to the next couple of steps. And then looking at the guide here, and there we have one differential mounted and servo, and we can move on to the next step, step 16. And from looking at this, this is one of the points where you'll need to decide whether you're putting the or making up the short wheelbase, medium wheelbase or long wheelbase. So I'll be back shortly. Step 16 for me, because I'm going for the longer wheelbase, is basically joining the front and rear parts of the chassis to the centre chassis, which for me, as I say, in this case is these four pieces here. We've got B8, B9, B10 and B11, and then we need 16 BA6 3x10mm screws. So I'm not going to put you through the pain of watching somebody screw in 16 screws. I'll just do a couple and sort of explain why I'm doing it. So I think I'm going to start off with B9 and 11, and I'm going to join these two up first, but I'm not going to fully tighten the screws until I've joined the whole section up with the other side, just in case there's any slight discrepancies in the holes. Oops. I think I'm having a fumbling day today. Alright, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side, join them both together, and then I'll probably be back to you to show you how they locate. So bear with me. Now I've made up the centre section, we can start fitting it to the front and rear of the chassis, and I will start with the front, and it should just slot in, and and 4 screws. And then the rear again should simply slot in, and another 4 screws. So I'll just get on and finish those and be back to you for step 17, the prop shaft. Step 17 is making up the prop shaft, and for this we're going to need 4 off of BB1, which are 850 bearings, 2 off of BB3, which are 2x10mm shafts, and then plastic parts B2, which are flanged washers maybe, or spacers, and then we need 4 of those, and then we need 2 bevel gears, which are G2. Now, I've got the metal bearing replacements for the plastic bushings, and something I've not seen before are these 2 850 bearings that came with the kit that I can't pick up because my fingers are all greasy, because I have greased the bevel gears in advance. And I don't know if you can see, but this particular bearing has a flange, a lip on one end, so that confused me a bit. But then I've done some testing and dry fitting, and I found that it fits lovely into that slot there in the chassis. And the other thing I've found, and I'm still not 100% certain whether this is going to be right or not, but in the diagram it tells you to install B2 in front of the bearing, and there's a chance, but I don't think so. Looking at that, oh, it's a bit wider, yes, than the bearings. So I think the lip on these plastic spacers is meant to slot in there. If I but no, it can't because the bearing's in the way. So yes, I don't know now, to be perfectly honest, whether they've got this the right way round or not. Anyway, what I've discovered is if we put the bearing on first, then one of these spacers, then the bar through the middle, and one of the bevel gears, and then another spacer here, and another bearing. Oh, wrong bearing. Don't want to put that one in. And then, just as a quick test, oops, slot it in place. He says as he's put the bearing the wrong way round again. I'm bleeding useless me today. Let's try again then. And then we get the thing and slot it in. As you see, it slots in really nicely, and there's no play in the bevel gear and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but if I spin it round you should see that the differential's spinning. I can't hear any grinding or roughness in it, so I'm going to install the prop shaft that way with these two BB2s behind the 850 bearing. So I'll just get on with that, and I think I'll be back to you for step 18 and the final step. And the last step in this episode, step 18, is to actually install the prop shaft. And here it is, already made up, and it's a not too fiddly job, I don't think, to get it installed. It says as it won't go in. Come on, you can do it, thank you. There we go, and that's in, and I can feel the diffs moving with no play. And then to keep that all in, we're going to need 4 off of BA6 3mm by 10mm screws, and then 2 off of plastic parts A6. And these plastic parts I've already gone round with my anti-wear grease to hopefully keep the dust out, and it should just be a case that they slip over like that, and then we can screw them in place. I've just got one of the drive cups. We slot it in there, it says, even though it's not slotting in. There we go. So hopefully, as you can see, it's all freely spinning. And with that, that completes this episode on parts bag B. The next episode will be on parts bag C, which is steps 19 to 25. I hope you've enjoyed this, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!